A brave man is a man who dares to look the devil in the face and tell him he is a devil. A diplomat is a person who can tell you to go to hell in such a way that you actually look forward to the trip. A happy family is but an earlier heaven. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. A picture is worth 1,000 words. A true friend is a great treasure. Actions speak louder than words. Adults are just obsolete children, and to hell with them. But a man's reach should exceed his grasp, or what's a heaven for? All God does is watch us and kill us when we get boring. We must never, ever be boring. All God's angels come to us disguised. All I have seen teaches me to trust the Creator for all I have not seen. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. All that glitters is not gold. All that I am, or hope to be, I owe to my angel mother. All variety of created objects which represent order and life in the universe could happen only by the willful reasoning of its original creator, whom I call the Lord God. An idle mind is the devil's playground. An unexamined life is not worth living. And I will give you a new heart, and I will put a new spirit in you. And if there were a God, I think it very unlikely that he would have such an uneasy vanity as to be offended by those who doubt his existence. And whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith. Angel-faced, angel in disguise. Anyone who tells you to deny yourself is from Satan. Are you pondering what I'm pondering? Be careful who you trust, for even the devil was once an angel. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Beauty and the devil are the same thing. Beauty is mysterious as well as terrible. God and devil are fighting there, and the battlefield is the heart of man. Beauty, the eternal spouse of the wisdom of God, an angel of his presence through all creation. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. Black as the devil, hot as hell, pure as an angel, sweet as love. Clever as the devil and twice as pretty. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. Creation is not some possession that we can lord over for our own pleasure. Creation which cannot express itself becomes madness. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Don't let people disrespect you. My mom says, don't open the door to the devil. Surround yourself with positive people. Don't you know there ain't no devil, it's just God when he's drunk. Each one of us is an outlet to God and an inlet to God. Earth is a task garden. Heaven is a playground. Education without values, as useful as it is, seems rather to make man a more clever devil. 80% of success is showing up. Every artist was first an amateur. Every child comes with a message that God is not yet discouraged of man. Every human is an artist, and this is the main art that we have, the creation of our story. Every morning I wake up and thank God. Every strike brings me closer to the next home run. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. Everything at first is an idea, a special creation. Souls rush in where angels fear to tread. For prayer is nothing else than being on terms of friendship with God. For the record, I don't worship the devil, I just hate religion. For where God built a church, there the devil would also build a chapel. Free will carried many a soul to hell, but never a soul to heaven. Friendship is the only cement that will ever hold the world together. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Get thee behind me, Satan. Give her hell from us, Peebs. Go ahead, make my day. Go to heaven for the climate, hell for the company. God bless America and God bless you. God does not play dice with the universe. God enriches. God exists since mathematics is consistent, and the devil exists since we cannot prove it. God forgot to be merciful. God gave me life to continue to do things that I would never have done. God gave you a gift of 86,400 seconds today. Have you used one to say thank you? God's plan. God has entrusted me with myself. God is always right. God is bigger than people think. God is good. God is love. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. God is with us. God is, and He is the creator of everything, including all mankind. God meets daily, needs daily, not weekly or annually. He will give you what you need when it is needed. God never ends anything on a negative. God always ends on a positive. God never fails us. God save the Queen and long live the King. God will make a way. God's final message to His creation. We apologize for the inconvenience. God's love endures forever. God's love knows no bounds. God's plan. God's timing is perfect. God's truth judges created things out of love, and Satan's truth judges them out of envy and hatred. God's ways are not our ways. God, our Creator, has stored within our minds and personalities great potential strength and ability. Prayer helps us tap and develop these powers. Good girls go to heaven, bad girls go everywhere. Gossip is the devil's radio. Guardian angel. He fashioned hell for the inquisitive. He gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. He is indeed man's best friend. He looked about as inconspicuous as a tarantula on a slice of angel food. He travels the fastest who travels alone. He tried to kill me, and his girlfriend is Satan. He who doesn't pray the Lord prays to the devil. He who stands by his heart has God in him. Our conscience is what unites us with God. Heaven and hell suppose two distinct species of men, the good and the bad, but the greatest part of mankind float betwixt vice and virtue. Heaven has no rage like love to hatred turn, nor hell a fury like a woman scorn. Heaven is a place like no other, with mysteries and glories untold, but waiting to captivate our every sense. Heaven is being perfect. Heaven is by favor. Heaven is not a place, but a state of mind. Heaven is under our feet as well as over our heads. Heaven means to be one with God. Heaven sent. Heaven would never be heaven without you. Hell is empty and all of devils are here. Hell is full of musical amateurs. Hell is other people. Hell, there are no rules here. We're trying to accomplish something. Helpful people may be angels in disguise. Here bring your wounded hearts. Here tell your anguish. Earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot heal. History is a vision of God's creation on the move. Honesty is of God and dishonesty of the devil. The devil was a liar from the beginning. Honesty is the best policy. Houston, we have a problem. How can anyone assume they will please the Creator by hurting His creation? I am a being of heaven and earth, of thunder and lightning, of rain and wind, of the galaxies. I believe God is managing affairs and that He doesn't need any advice from me. With God in charge, I believe everything will work out for the best in the end. So what is there to worry about? I believe in the devil. I believe there's a God too. I met God at church. I could care less about what people think. I'm a devil without a cause. I decided as long as I'm going to hell, I might as well do it thoroughly. I do not believe in God, and I am not an atheist. I do not fear Satan half so much as I fear those who fear him. I do not pretend to be able to prove that there is no God. I don't suffer from my insanity. I enjoy every minute of it. I don't want to go to heaven. None of my friends are there. I feel safe and white because deep down inside, I'm an angel. I have a dream. I have always depended on the kindness of strangers. I know that you are part of me and I am part of you because we are all aspects of the same infinite consciousness that we call God and creation. I never did give anybody hell. I just told the truth and they thought it was hell. And God, for my own ends, I'm not an altruistic Christian. I'm only doing it in case there is in fact a heaven. I say, let the world go to hell, but I should always have my tea. I shall fear only God. I think God in creating man somewhat overestimated his ability. I think that someone is watching out for me. God, my guardian angel, I'm not sure who that is, but they really work hard. I think the devil doesn't exist, but man has created him. He has created him in his own image and likeness. I think this is what hooks one to gardening. It is the closest one can come to being present at creation. I think, therefore I am. I would define in brief the poetry of words as the rhythmical creation of beauty. I'd rather be a rising eight than a fallen angel. Evan Bevery, angel investor in a number of different companies. I'm an angel compared to some of my friends. I'm not a saint. I'm not an angel. I'm a human being. If at first you don't succeed, try again. If God did not exist, it would be necessary to invent him. If God had wanted me otherwise, he would have created me otherwise. If Hitler invaded hell, I would make at least a favorable reference to the devil in the House of Commons. If I cannot move heaven, I will raise hell. If men were angels, no government would be necessary. If money's the God people worship, I'd rather go worship the devil instead. If Satan wasn't around, churches would go out of business. If there are no dogs in heaven, then when I die, I want to go where they went. If you get down and quarrel every day, you're saying prayers to the devil, I say. You lose heaven, you lose everything. If you gain heaven, you gain everything. If you want to know what God thinks of money, just look at the people he gave it to. If you're alive, you're a creative person. If you're going through hell, keep going. If your path demands you to walk through hell, walk as if you own the damn place. Ignorance is the curse of God. Knowledge is the wing wherewith we fly to heaven. In all things, God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. In God we trust. In heaven, an angel is nobody in particular. In his light, I find strength. In planes, I used to try to look behind the clouds to see if I saw an angel. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Issue the orders, sir, and I will storm hell. It always seems impossible until it's done. It does not matter how slowly you go so long as you do not stop. It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken men. It is not the creation of wealth that is wrong, but the love of money for its own sake. It is only the impossible that is possible for God. He has given over the possible to the mechanics of matter and the autonomy of his creatures. It took the whole of creation to produce my foot, my each feather. Now I hold creation in my foot. It would be absurd if we did not understand both angels and devils, since we invented them. Joy is the infallible sign of the presence of God. Knowledge is power. Language ought to be the joint creation of poets and manual workers. Laughter is God's blessing. Let go and let God. Let us be grateful to God. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. Life is God's novel. Let him write it. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Lord, have mercy and don't tread on me. I love all God's creation, both the whole and every grain of sand. Love and freedom are vital to the creation and upbringing of a child. Love is all you need. Love is the only reality, and it is not a mere sentiment. It is the ultimate truth that lies at the heart of creation. Love isn't something you find. Love is something that finds you. Love recognizes no barriers. Marriage is neither heaven nor hell. It is simply purgatory. Mathematics is the most beautiful and most powerful creation of the human spirit. May the force be with you. May there always be an angel by your side. Maybe this world is another planet's hell. Men must be governed by God, or they will be ruled by tyrants. Most humbly, we bow to you, O Supreme Lord. My angels watch over me every day. Make sure I'm on the right path. I might be an angel. My grace is all you need, for my power is the greatest when you are weak. My home is in heaven. I'm just traveling through this world. My soul can find no staircase to heaven unless it be through earth's loveliness. My walk on the moon lasted 3 days. My walk with God will last forever. Nature proclaims God, and when we enjoy nature, we enjoy God. Neutral men are the devil's allies. Never let yesterday use up too much of today. Never trust anyone completely but God. Love people, but put your full trust only in God. No one can come and claim ownership of my work. I am the creator of it, and it lives within me. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Nobody is above the law. Not all those who wander are lost. Nothing without the deity. Of all things visible, the highest is the heaven of the fixed stars. On the earth there is no heaven, but there are pieces of it. Once upon a time, an angel and a devil fell in love. Once you are dancing with the devil, the prettiest capers won't help you. One man's trash is another man's treasure. One nation under God. On stage I am a devil, but I'm hardly a social reject. Open is the way of Satan, many walk therein. Overcome the devils with a thing called love. Part of Creator occupies outer part of universe. Pennies do not come from heaven, they have to be earned here on earth. People have confused playing devil's advocate with being intelligent. People see God every day, they just don't recognize him. Perhaps they are not stars in the sky, but rather openings where our loved ones shine down to let us know they are happy. Somewhat, let God be first. Satan has been the best friend the church has ever had, as he has kept it in business all these years. Satan has his companions, fellow devils, to admire and encourage him, but I am solitary and detested. Satan is wiser now than before and tempts by making rich instead of poor. Satan promises the best but pays with the worst. Satan represents undefiled wisdom instead of hypocritical self-deceit. Satan represents vital existence instead of spiritual pipe dreams. Satan's motto, you only live once. Satan, the leader or dictator of devils, is the opposite not of God, but of Michael. Science and religion are not at odds. Science is simply too young to understand. Seek God and find peace. Sin may have the power to kill and destroy, but God is the creator of life. He can create it from nothing, and he can restore it from death. Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. Speak of the devil. Success consists of going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. Success is not final. Sure, I believe in God and the devil, but they don't have to have pitchforks and a long white beard. Sweet as an angel. Tact is the ability to tell someone to go to hell in such a way that they look forward to the trip. Talk of the devil and his horns appear. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Temptation is the devil looking through the keyhole. Yielding is opening the door and inviting him in. The American dream belongs to all of us. The American dream is dead for the majority of America. The angel of mercy, the child of love, together had flown to the realms above. The best thing to hold on to in life is each other. The best way to predict the future is to create it. The biggest emotion in creation is the bridge to optimism. The capacity to be puzzled is the premise of all creation, be it in art or in science. The creation continues incessantly through the media of man. The creation of a single world comes from a huge number of fragments and chaos. The creation of 1,000 forests is in one acorn. The Creator has not given you a longing to do that which you have no ability to do. The darkest places in hell are reserved for those who maintain their neutrality in times of moral crisis. The devil can cite Scripture for his purpose. The devil has put a penalty on all things we enjoy in life. Either we suffer in health, or we suffer in soul, or we get fat. The devil is a master of disguise and takes on many forms. The devil is in the details. The devil is no longer a sinner, but a sin addict. The devil made me do it. The devil's finest trick is to persuade you that he does not exist. The devil's voice is sweet to hear. The discontent and frustration that you feel is entirely your own creation. The function of prayer is not to influence God, but rather to change the nature of the one who prays. The grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. The hottest places in hell are reserved for those who in times of great moral crisis maintain their neutrality. The Hudson's Bay Company has always been the guardian angel of the North. The jealous are possessed by a mad devil and a dull spirit at the same time. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The kingdom of heaven is not a place, but a state of mind. the land of the free and the home of the brave. The love of heaven makes one heavenly. The main object of religion is not to get a man into heaven, but to get heaven into him. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven. The moment the angel enters a life, it enters an environment. We are ecological from day one. The most thrilling thing about heaven is that Jesus Christ will be there. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. The road to hell is paved with adverbs. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. The root of this possibility of doing good that we all have is in creation. The sky is the part of creation in which nature has done for the sake of pleasing man. The small Satan left and the great Satan came. The torture of a bad conscience is the hell of a living soul. The universe shivers with wonder in the depths of the human. The worst enemy to creativity is self-doubt. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. There are people in the world so hungry that God cannot appear to them except in the form of bread. There is no greater hell than to be a prisoner of fear. There is room in the heart for all the affections, as there is room in heaven for all the stars. There's nothing wrong with being gay. I have plenty of friends who are going to hell. They can keep their heaven. When I die, I'd sooner go to Middle Earth. They say marriages are made in heaven, but so is thunder and lightning. Those who look for the laws of nature as a support for their new works collaborate with the Creator. Those who play with the devil's toys will be brought by degrees to wield his sword. Though an angel should write, still 'tis devils must print. To give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift. To hell with circumstances, I create opportunities. Tomorrow may be hell, but today was a good writing day, and on the good writing days, nothing else matters. Trees are the earth's endless effort to speak to the listening heaven. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. Truth will prevail. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. Under God, the people rule. United we stand, divided we fall. We are, each of us, angels with only one wing, and we can only fly by embracing one another. We are each our own devil, and we make this world our hell. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We love because he first loved us. We may not pay Satan reverence, for that would be indiscreet, but we can at least respect his talents. We must protect creation, for it is a gift which the Lord has given us. We must remember that Satan has his miracles too. We think we have solved the mystery of creation. Maybe we should patent the universe and charge everyone royalties for their existence. We were born to die and we die to live. As seedlings of God, we barely blossom on earth, we fully flower in heaven. What God intended for you goes far beyond anything you can imagine. What is hell? I maintain that it is the suffering of being unable to love. What you are is God's gift to you. What you become is your gift to God. Whatever disunites man from God also disunites man from man. When angels sense you need them, and angels always do, they come unseen from everywhere to help and comfort you. When everything goes to hell, the people who stand by you without flinching, they are your family. When I admire the wonders of a sunset or the beauty of the moon, my soul expands in the worship of the Creator. When I look back on my life, I wonder how I survived. My mother said I had a guardian angel. When reason fails, the devil helps. When the solution is simple, God is answered. When you have a dream, you got to grab it and never let go. Where mercy, love, and pity dwell, there God is dwelling too. Where there is a will, there is a way. Will smiled the way Lucifer might have smiled moments before he fell from heaven. With devotion's visage and pious action, we do sugar o'er the devil himself. With God, all things are possible. With man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. Work hard and succeed in life. When you become a success, be kind and let your success glorify God, your creator. Work is a prayer, and I start off every morning dedicating it to our creator. World peace starts with the creator. You are what you eat. You can hide from the devil, but he'll always find you. You have to believe in yourself when no one else does. You imagine what you desire, you will what you imagine, and at last you create what you will. You may all go to hell, and I will go to Texas. You may be gone, but your spirit remains, reminding me to live fully and love deeply. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Your God is ever beside you. Indeed, he is even within you. Your greatest creation is your creative life. It's all in your hands.